At its greatest height, this empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean in the east to the edges of Europe in the west. It controlled more land than any empire before it, and more than any empire that would come after. Larger than the Roman Empire, larger than the British Empire at its peak. And yet, it was not built by great cities, stone castles, or powerful navies. It was built by nomads, by horsemen, by warriors born on the open grasslands of Central Asia. This is the story of the largest empire in history. This is the story of the Mongol Empire. When historians say largest empire, they're not talking about population or wealth. They're talking about land. At its peak in the 13th century, the Mongol Empire covered more than 33 million square kilometers. That is nearly 1/4 of all land on Earth. From China and Korea, through Central Asia, across the Middle East, and deep into Eastern Europe. No empire in history expanded so far, so fast. But to understand how this happened, we must begin far from palaces and capitals. We must begin on the Mongolian steppe. The Mongolian steppe was a harsh and unforgiving land. Freezing winters, burning summers, endless open plains with few trees and little shelter. There were no great cities here, no walls to hide behind, no fertile farmland to rely on. Survival depended on strength, speed, and adaptability. From a young age, Mongol children learned to ride horses. They learned to hunt. They learned to shoot arrows while moving at full speed. A Mongol warrior could ride for days without rest. He could live off dried meat and fermented milk. He could fight while exhausted, hungry, and outnumbered. This environment did not forgive weakness. It created warriors unlike any the world had seen. Around the year 1162, a boy was born into this world. His name was Temujin. His early life was filled with hardship. His father, a tribal leader, was poisoned by rivals. Soon after, Temujin's family was abandoned by their own tribe. They were left to survive alone on the steppe. They ate roots. They hunted small animals. They lived on the edge of starvation. But suffering shaped Temujin into something dangerous. He learned that loyalty was more important than blood, that leadership was earned, not inherited, that unity was the only path to survival. Slowly, Temujin began gathering followers, not because of his noble birth, but because of his strength, intelligence, and fairness. By uniting alliances and defeating rivals, Temujin rose to power. In 1206, after decades of struggle, he succeeded in uniting the Mongol tribes. At a great tribal assembly, he was given a new name, Genghis Khan. It meant ruler of all. This moment marked the birth of the Mongol Empire, and the world would soon feel its impact. Genghis Khan did not rely on massive armies. Instead, he built the most efficient war machine in history. Speed was the Mongols' greatest weapon. Their armies moved faster than any enemy expected. Each warrior had multiple horses, allowing them to switch mounts and ride without stopping. They were masters of mounted archery. Mongol arrows were powerful, accurate, and deadly. They could shoot while advancing, retreating, or circling their enemies. Often, they pretended to flee, drawing enemies into traps before turning and destroying them completely. The Mongols also mastered psychological warfare. Cities that resisted were destroyed. Entire populations were wiped out. But cities that surrendered were often spared. This message spread quickly. Fear traveled faster than the Mongol armies themselves. Before battles even began, enemies were already defeated in their minds. The Mongols also relied heavily on intelligence. Spies gathered information months before invasions. They knew enemy troop numbers, defenses, and weaknesses. They did not attack blindly. They planned with precision. China was one of their first major targets. Northern China was protected by massive walls, strong armies, and ancient cities. It did not matter. After years of brutal warfare, Mongol forces broke through. Cities fell one by one. Millions died. The Mongols learned siege warfare from captured engineers, adapting enemy technology and using it better than its creators. Nothing was wasted. Everything was learned. Next came Central Asia. The Khwarezmian Empire ruled a vast and wealthy region, but its ruler made a fatal mistake. He insulted Mongol envoys. Then he executed them. To Genghis Khan, this was unforgivable. His response was total destruction. Cities like Bukhara, Samarkand, and Urgench were annihilated. The scale of death shocked the world. Entire regions were left empty. Never before had warfare reached such levels of devastation. When Genghis Khan died in 1227, the empire did not collapse. It expanded. His sons and grandsons continued the conquests. Mongol armies moved west into Russia. They destroyed city after city. Kiev fell. Russian princes were crushed. Then they entered Europe. Polish and Hungarian armies were defeated with terrifying ease. Europe was unprepared. Many believed the Mongols were demons or a punishment sent by God. To the south, the Mongols struck the Islamic world. In 1258, they attacked Baghdad. Baghdad was one of the greatest cities on earth, a center of science, learning, and culture. The Mongols destroyed it. Its libraries burned. Its population was slaughtered. The Abbasid Caliphate ended forever. The shock of Baghdad's fall echoed across the world. Yet the Mongols were not only destroyers, they were also organizers. They promoted people based on ability, not origin. They allowed religious freedom. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and others lived under Mongol rule. Trade flourished. The Silk Road became safer than it had ever been. Goods, ideas, and knowledge moved between East and West. For the first time, much of the world was connected under a single system. But no empire lasts forever. As generations passed, unity weakened. The Mongol Empire split into separate khanates. Rivalries grew. Civil wars erupted. Slowly, the greatest empire in history began to fracture. By the 14th century, Mongol power faded. New empires rose in its place. Still, the legacy of the Mongols remains. They reshaped borders. They changed warfare. They connected continents. They were feared. They were brutal. They were unstoppable. From the harsh steppes of Mongolia rose the largest empire the world has ever known. And history was never the same again.